Pain is an opportunity to find our strengths and our weaknesses. When we experience pain, it is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to listen and to figure out what is out of balance in our bodies. If you just took some time to look inward and quiet your mind, you may be surprised at what you find. Hello, my beautiful friends. My name is Carrie Cox, and I help people use their personal power to build connection between their mind, body, and spirit. Today, we're going to look at the connection between pain and the messages that it brings us. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and smash that bell notification button so that you can be notified when I release videos in the future. Pain is the loud warning sign trying to tell us something, but are you willing to listen? Most of us ignore the pain and cover it up with medications. Those medications are used as band-aids because the pain is still there and the message is still trying to get across to you. We need to look inside of us to find the answer. These signals are messages from your subconscious mind trying to get you to make a change in your life. And when you listen and you make that change, you will start to heal, feel better, and you will trust in life again. Pain can be more than just a regular injury. Sure, we can get into an accident or fall down or injure ourselves playing sports. But what if you would just hurt and you don't know why? Or what if you already had pain that you were ignoring and then got into an accident and that pain became worse? The pain could just be your body's way of screaming at you that you're holding on to some stress or an emotional trauma, and it wants you to take care of it. It wants you to heal it. Emotional trauma and stress do manifest into the physical form. Think about that for a moment. What if the pain you are feeling is really just a subconscious belief that's inside of you creating this pain situation? What if this is a pain pattern that you've developed as a child? Patterns of fear develop because somewhere along the way we feel we are in danger. When we are on high alert, our nervous system begins to play on a loop of fear so that our physical body stays on high alert. Once we stay in that loop, we lose the ability to be able to relax, to be confident, and to trust. As children, we expect our caregivers to create an environment where we feel safe and secure. If we experience trauma, and this can be a trauma on any level, from something very small to something very big, we start to believe that our environment is not safe. If as children we feel that we are unloved or unseen, we may start to hold shame in our bodies. Over time, this shame starts to play out as addictions, anxiety, depression, compulsive disorders, anxiety disorders, health imbalances, psychological blockages, addictive patterns, eating disorders, and chronic muscle pain and tension. In Dr. Alyssa Rankin's book, Mind Over Medicine: Scientific Proof That Can Heal Yourself, she talks about this issue on a deeper level. Her studies show the connection between trauma and how they can manifest into the physical body. In 1990, a study was done with the CDC and 17,421 patients from Kaiser Permanente collaborated on the Adverse Childhood Experiences study, which 50 peer-reviewed scientific articles came out of that study. The patients were interviewed to determine whether they had experienced any of the 10 traumatizing events in childhood: physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical neglect, emotional neglect, mother treated violently, household substance abuse, household mental illness, parental separation or divorce, incarcerated household members. This study revealed that traumatizing childhood events were commonplace. 2/3 of individuals reported at least one traumatizing childhood event. 40% of the patients reported 2 or more, and 12.5% reported 4 or more. These results were then correlated with the physical health of the interviewed patients, and researchers discovered a dose response. This means that these traumatizing events were linked to adult diseases in all the following categories: cancer, heart disease, chronic pain, autoimmune diseases, bone fractures, high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, depression, smoking, and suicide. The average age of the patients in this study were 57 years old. That means that this wasn't a recent event in one's life, but something that had happened years to decades later, which means that there was a delayed effect in the body. This means that it is possible that something that happened 50 years ago to somebody may be predisposing them to the illness in the here and now. So how many traumas in your life have you just shoved down and not wanted to deal with? It is possible that it's not just our childhood traumas that are buried deep inside of us, but even the things that are happened to us as adults. And the only way to heal from that is to do some self-reflection. People who are living in pain want that pain to go away. However, how they get that pain to go away can make all the difference in the world. If they're just putting a Band-Aid on the pain, then the pain is going to return again in the future because it hasn't really been resolved. It is still being held inside the body. If you're walking around believing that nothing's going to make your pain better, then you're right. Nothing's going to make that pain better. Manifesting pain is a belief system that will keep you in pain forever. If you are struggling with chronic pain, the first thing you must do is believe that you can get better. Otherwise, you won't. You have to go within and look pain straight in the face and allow it to come up, allow yourself to see it and move through it and move it out of the body. You have to start processing through these unprocessed and unresolved feelings and emotions that we're storing away in our body, emotions or traumas or stresses or tension that is keeping our organs feeling like they're being squeezed tight, keeping our glute muscles clenched at all times. You can start to make a change right now by becoming aware of how you feel inside, where your tension is, going inside and feeling that tension, and by adding movement to your day. Stagnant energy is from lack of movement, so get moving and get that energy moving through your body. There are so many ways out there now to address pain without having to mask it with medication. A couple of different therapies that you can look into are things like eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, which is called EMDR therapy for short, emotional freedom technique, which is EFT, advanced integrative therapy, AIT, Reiki or some energy work, some pelvic floor work, meditation, grounding, and looking into something like Bonnie Pruden myotherapy to help with the muscle pain and dysfunction. I would also suggest looking into a couple of books. So Louise Hay writes a book called You Can Heal Your Life. And there's another one, I believe it's called Heal Your Body, but that might not be. But her name is Deb Shapiro. Also look into Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you want to read more about these modalities that I just mentioned, take a look at my blog page for a description of what each modality is all about. If you want to know more about Reiki and energy healing, I will put a link down below in the description to my video on Reiki. I invite you, if you've been dealing with some chronic pain or know someone who has, to explore some other alternative modalities and methods out there that may help you to guide through healing your mind, body, and spirit. It will require you to take some action, to make a commitment, and to make some changes to your lifestyle. It will not be easy, but it will be transformative in many aspects of your life, will heal, expand, and change for the better. Remember, we cannot heal in the same environment that made us sick, so it's up to you to change that environment. Namaste.